Okay then, so coming to your mats. On your knees, mat width apart, sitting back on your heels. Keep your back nice and long. Keep the lower belly just active. Hands on the floor, walk the hands forwards as far as they go. Stretch the fingertips out and relax the head down. And take a few deep breaths. Let the belly fill completely with oxygen as you inhale and exhale. Think about drawing the air into the back of the lungs. Think about engaging these muscles in the lower rib cage and imagine they're sort of wrapping themselves around the front of the belly. So particularly as you inhale, and then enforce that as you exhale. Pushing through the fingertips, take a couple more breaths. And then walking your hands to the right, keep the bottom exactly where it is, don't lift the buttocks up. Moving the hands to the right, getting a stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale deeply and feel the stretch opening in the side of the chest. Take another deep inhale. And then walking the hands back the other way. So you've got a stretch down the other side of the rib cage. Keep the head relaxed. Deep inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands forwards. Just lift the head off the mat, pop your chin down, spread your fingers. And take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers and lift the arms up. Away from the body. You can keep your forehead on the mat if it's more comfortable for you. Big inhale, exhale, release the hands. Hands come down, underneath the shoulders, draw your knees in. Walk your hands forward so your shoulders are underneath your wrists. Tuck your toes under. And just without moving your bottom, just lower the upper part, so where your shoulder blades are. Just push up and down so you can feel that upper part of the body going up and down. Just do that a few times. Then arch your back, draw your belly in, pull up the pelvic floor and use those muscles again. So inhale as you push up, exhale as that top of the body sinks down, but keep your belly tight. Inhale up, exhale, down, inhale, push up, suck the belly in around the bottom, exhale, down. You should feel it in the shoulders and the sides. Inhale up in these external obliques, exhale down, just keep exercising those shoulders, loosening off the joints, really using those muscles on the top of the rib cage. And then bringing your hands forwards to the front of the mat, lift up into a long armed plank. Lean forward until your shoulders come as close over your hands as they can be. Then walk your hands backwards into a downward dog. Release your head and release your neck. Just bend the knees alternately, reduce any tension you've got in your hamstrings. Try to rotate your shoulders backwards towards your thighs. Take a deep inhale, exhale, walk the hands back forwards into a plank. And then drawing the right knee to the nose. And then lift that right leg into the air. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, leg into the air. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, leg into the air. Lower the leg down. Walk the knees alternately. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Come forwards, knees down for a moment. Untuck your toes. Come up onto also seated on your calves. Take your hands behind you, fingers facing forwards, shoulders pushing forwards. Lift the bottom off your heels, push the hips up, relax the head back, breathe deeply into the upper chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottoms down. Interlace the fingers above the head. Take the hands up. Make sure you haven't got any tension in the neck. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, lengthen the arms as you come up. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, as you come up, exhale, hands down. Turn the wrists around so the fingers face your knees. Or as close to that as possible. They might be at a 90-degree angle. Just make sure they're fully supported. Step the left leg back into a lunge, right leg back into plank, reverse twist plank. Take an inhale, exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale, right leg down, exhale, left leg. Inhale, knees down, turn the hands around, fingers face forwards. Push back on your heels, lift your knees off the ground. Relax your head down. Push up into a plank. Take the left hand under the face. Swivel the hips so the feet are flat. Raise the right arm into the air, into a side plank. You can do this on your left forearm if you would rather. Comme ça, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down. Push back into a downward dog. Walk the knees. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, come to plank. Right hand onto face. Swivel the hips onto the sides. Raise the left arm up. Look at the left hand if it's comfortable. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down. Lower knees, chest, chin onto the mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, whole body on the mat. Inhale, push the hips into the mat, lift the front of the body up. Squeeze the elbows into the sides. Exhale down, push back. Long arms, child's pose, head towards the mat. Inhale, coming up into a downward dog. Taking the weight into opposite sides of the body, so you're rocking sideways. Lift the toes off the mat. Try to encourage your heels down towards the mat. Draw up your knees, draw up your quads, become stationary. Draw in your belly, rotate your shoulders backwards or your belly button. Inhale, walk the feet to the hands, come onto fingertips. Lift the head, lift the back, lengthen the back, draw the belly in, take a deep inhale. Stay where you are. Now try to think about releasing all the tension over the buttocks and in the upper hamstrings. Deep inhale, exhale, fold forwards, head down towards the shins. Inhale, lift up, lengthening the back, straightening the back, looking to the third eye, straightening the legs, exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, folding forwards. Bend the knees. Put your hands in front of you. So your hands are shoulder width apart, and just take the weight forward into the hands, lifting your heels off the ground. Draw your belly in as you do this. You're not going to do any balances, you're just taking the weight into your arms. Roll backwards onto the heels. Take the weight into your hands and arms, coming forwards, pushing into your hands, keeping your arms strong, suck your belly in. Heels off the ground, maybe just taking the weight forward a little more. Exhaling, coming back. Check your knees are pushing together. Draw the belly in, round the bottom underneath. Bring the arms up in line with your ears. Lift the body up. Gaze upwards, coming into Utkatasana. Hold for 5. Straighten the arms 4. Tilt that pelvis underneath. 3. Try not to stick your bottom out. 2. 1. Hands into prayer. Close the eyes, standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few breaths. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Hands down by the sides. And we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. First one modified, second one normal. So feet together, inward pressure going into the thighs. Abdominal muscles, your Uddiyana Bandha, drawn in. Pelvic floor, your Mula Bandha, pulled up. Shoulders back and down, arms by the side, neck long, chin tucked in. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten those legs, engage your buttocks, draw in the belly. Inhale, arms up. Use the muscle arms as you reach up. Exhale, arms wide, fold forward, keep the back flat. All the way down, hands down to the ground, head down to your shins. Relax that head. Inhale, lift and lengthen, come into your fingertips. All your hands can be on your shins if your hands don't reach the ground. Exhale, hands flat. Take the right foot back into a very long lunge, as far back as it goes. Bend into that front leg, push the right heel back, draw the belly in. With every exhale, sink those hips down a bit more. Push into that right heel, draw the belly in. Step the left foot back into your plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin onto the mat. And then belly down, low cobra as you inhale. Exhale, head down, toes under, push back, bottom to heels. Inhale, coming up into a downward dog. Walk your feet slightly forward. Check the outsides of your feet are in line with the outsides of your hip. Breathe for 5. For 4, with every inhale, pushing into the fingertips, lengthening the back. For 3, pushing your heels down towards the mat, lengthening the backs of the legs. For 2, and for 1. Stepping that right foot as far forward as it goes, so you've got a deep lunge. On the other side, left heel pushes back, belly sucks in. That front knee bends to lower those hips down. Keep the back leg engaged. Keep that heel pushing back, belly sucks up. Step the left foot forwards to meet the right foot. Lift the back up, look forwards, hands on shins or fingertips on the floor or palms on floor. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Belly in, chin in, arms wide, coming all the way up. As you inhale, palms together at the top. Exhale, hands down through heart center, standing in Tadasana. So we can do a normal sun salutation with Chaturanga now. So inhaling, arms up. If you want to do the other modification that we just did, please do. Exhale, arms wide, fold forwards, hand down, head down. Inhale, lift and extend the back. Exhale, hands flat, step or hop back into a plank. Lower Chaturanga, I'm coming back to this in a moment, roll over the toes into an upward dog and exhale into a downward dog. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Now lower your knees onto the ground. We're going back to Chaturanga. So I was asked, when I do Chaturanga, do I touch the ground? Generally not. So we're just going to go over how we do that. Now if your upper body or your core, more importantly, is not strong enough, you will probably find it tricky just to bend the elbows and hover above the mat. If that is the case, keep your knees on the ground as we do this. Okay? Now, if everyone just lies on the mat for a moment, when you do Chaturanga, your hands go under your shoulders. Your toes tuck under. Now, the most important things when you're doing Chaturanga is the downward movement of the muscles. So when you lift your knees off the ground, if you do it now, you should push your heels backwards. So you're engaging those muscles to pull back in the legs. You should also draw up your belly muscles and pull in your pelvic floor. And also, if you remember, when we were doing on our hands and knees, pulling in our belly and rounding our back, your pelvis sort of tilts under as opposed to sticks up. You also kind of want to engage those muscles as well. So drawing in the belly and thinking about sort of rounding the bottom down as opposed to sticking it up. It's a very subtle difference. It's called nutation of the hips. So think about that. So we're going to do this Chaturanga then. So tuck your toes underneath, draw in the belly, engage your buttocks, think about rotating under, hands are under fingers, elbows squeeze into your rib cage, you look straight down at the mat, and when you're ready you inhale, just push up to a plank. Now we usually go plank Chaturanga, so when we do that, you're in your plank, you keep those heels engaged, the belly engaged, the bum engaged, and you just bend the elbows, bringing the shoulders forwards until your shoulders come to about a 90-degree position. You stay there briefly, then you roll over the toes into an upward dog with a deep inhale, and then you exhale into a downward dog. Step your feet slightly forwards, take an inhale, exhale, and do that again. Inhale, exhale, one more inhale, exhale, come forward to plank. Take an inhale, remember you can put your knees down if you wish. As you exhale, bend the elbows, push back through the heels, suck the belly in, keep that body active. Then inhale, roll over the toes into an upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. Breathe. For 5, remember you can take child's pose if you want to rest. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. One more time, come forwards to plank. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga. Heels engaged, belly engaged, bum engaged, bending the elbows, rolling over the toes into an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. For 5, 4. Rotate your shoulders backwards, away from your ears. 3, 2, 1. Step or hop to your hands, look up, extend the spine. Deep inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms together, exhale. Hands to heart center, stand into Tadasana. The mountain pose, take a couple of breaths. And we do one more sun salutation. Version A, uninterrupted. So next inhale, arms up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and extend the back. Exhale, step or hop back to plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Remember those heels. Inhale, upward dog with Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping the feet slightly forwards, breathing for 5, 4, relax the heels. For 3, suck in the belly, rotate the shoulders backwards. For 2, pull up the knees, pull up the quads. And for 1, bend the knees, step or hop to the front of the mat, look up. Extend the spine, hands on shins or on the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms together, exhale, hands through heart center. Standing into Tadasana, hands by the side, coming into Surya Namaskara B. Now when you do Surya Namaskara B, make sure your legs touch. When you come into Utkatasana, you bend your knees and you have a pressure pushing inwards against the thighs. That's important because it gives you strength and it starts working these lower muscles down here. So when you come into Utkatasana, everyone bend their knees. Suck the belly in, tilt the bottom under. Then you sweep your hands backwards, and as you inhale, you sweep your arms forwards, keeping your knees exactly where they are, and the pressure inwards. Exhale, fold down, hands to floor, head down. Inhale, come onto fingertips, look forwards, lengthen the back. Exhale, hands down, bend the knees, step or hop back, plank, lower chaturanga. Push back through the heels, suck in with the belly, engage the buttocks. Inhale, rolling over the toes, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Left foot turns out flat. Front leg bends. Hips are square. Bring the body up. Bring the arms up. Either shoulder width apart or palms together. Stay there for 5 breaths. Keep the belly muscles in. Keep thinking about drawing that left hip forwards and the right hip backwards. Keep your hip, your knee and your foot in a straight line. Keep the back leg activated. For 2, for 1, hands down, either side of the foot, swivel on the back foot. Step back into plank. Belly tight, heels back, bend elbows, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, left foot forwards, right foot down. Body up, hips square, arms up, warrior 1, other side. Breathe for 5. Think about hip, knee, foot alignment. For 4, belly in. For 3, draw that right hip forwards. For 2, push into the outside of the right foot. And for 1, hands down either side of the left foot, step back into plank. Lower chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin on the mat. Roll over the toes. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1, lift your hands, step or hop to the front of the mat, look up, extend the spine, inhale, exhale, fold, then legs together, knees bent, bottoms down, belly in, arms up, Utkatasana, hands to heart center, hands to the sides, close the eyes, inhale, and exhale through the nose a few times. Settle the breath, keeping the focus between the eyebrows. We'll do one more Surya Namaskara B, hands to prayer. Inhaling, exhaling, sweeping the arms back, knees bent, bottoms down, sweep the arms up, come forwards. Exhale, fold down, hands to the mat, head down to the shins. Straightening the legs, inhaling, lifting the head, look forwards, exhaling, hands down, stepping or hopping back into a plank, lowering into Chaturanga Dandasana. Rolling over the toes as you inhale, into an upward dog. Exhale, into a downward dog. Lift that right leg up, inhale, exhale, take it between the hands, inhale, come up into a warrior 1. Stay there, inhale, exhale, hands down either side of the foot. Step back into plank, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, left foot forwards between the hands, right foot down. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, either side of the foot. Step back, plank, lower Chaturanga. Roll over the toes, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Hold for 5, 4, 3, even in breath, even out breath, 2, relax the neck, 1, bend the knees. Step a hop to the front of the mat, look up, extend the spine, legs together. Exhaling, folding over the legs. Bend your knees, bottoms down, pelvis tucked under, arms up. Stay. Utkatasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart center, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Hands to hips, feet hip width apart, coming into a forward bend. Roll those shoulders back and down. Just squeeze the elbows towards each other. So you're stretching the front of the chest, and then take an inhale, keep the shoulder blades down, hips push forwards, not backwards, and as you exhale, bring the chest forwards, nice flat back, relax the head down, drop the hands. If your hands can reach your toes, hook your toes. If you can't, bend your knees and hook your toes. Relax your head completely. Just gently loosen it off, giving it a gentle shake, movement. And then straighten the legs, straighten the arms, inhale, lift up, look forwards. Suck the belly in, lengthen the back, straighten the legs, pull up the knees, pull up the quads. Deep inhale, keep those legs activated as you exhale, fold forwards. Head down to shins. Draw the shoulder blades away from the ears by pulling up on the toes, giving lift through the front of the body. As you're exhaling, releasing the head down towards the shins. Inhaling, drawing the belly in, straightening the legs that little bit more. Exhaling, drawing up the shoulders, releasing the head down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the head up, look forwards, deep inhale. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, step the right foot forwards, the left foot backwards. So your hips are square. Come onto the ball of the back foot. And then bend into that front knee. You may want to take that back foot a little further backwards. Okay, just sink down, lower, keep the back leg as straight as you can, bend into the front leg, keep the shoulders over the hips, bend, 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 and then straighten that front leg as you inhale. Exhale, lower. Down, 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 down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Hands down either side of the foot. Keeping the left foot heel off mat. Taking the hands inside of that right leg. Now turn the left foot flat so the whole foot is on the mat. Take that left arm into the air as you inhale. If your hip is up, bend that knee a bit more and exhale, twist and look at that left hand. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand down, swivel on the back foot, lower the knee. Walk the hands forwards as far as they go. Either stay there or come onto your forearms. Then option to lift the knee off the ground and hold for 5, 4, 3, keep the neck neutral, 2, 1. Coming back onto your hands if you're not there already. Straightening the leg, walking the hands around so you're facing forwards. So your lengthways on the mat now, wide legs, hands underneath the shoulders. Taking the left hand to the sacrum, right hand under the face, twist the spine, goes up over that left shoulder. Raise that left arm up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, place the right hand on the sacrum. So your back should be long, your knees should be pulled up, your quads should be pulled up, belly sucked in, buttocks loose. Twist goes over the right shoulder, right arm into the air for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Turn that right foot back to face the front of the mat. Keep both legs straight. Walk the hands forwards until your hips are square and you're leaning horizontally over that right leg. Pull up your quads. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into a lunge. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend into that lunge. Inhale, straighten the leg, keep it straight. Exhale, lower the body to the shin. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the body up, inhale. Come onto the ball of the back foot, bend into that front leg. Step back into plank. Lower chaturanga on knees, chest, chin. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Step the left foot forwards. So we do the other side. Just turn around. So you're in the lunge. Straighten the left leg. Hands on hips. Come up to standing. Coming onto the ball of the back foot, roll the shoulders back and down, both legs straight, inhale, exhale, bend into that left leg, keep the back leg straight, push back through the heel, draw the belly in, lower, 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 inhale, straighten, exhale, bend, inhale, straighten, exhale, bend, inhale, straighten, exhale, come all the way down, hands to mat, knee down on the mat. Taking your hands this time on the inside of that left leg. Walking the hands forwards. And then either staying there and maybe taking that right knee off the ground, or coming onto your forearms and maybe lifting that right knee off the ground. Those are optional. Stay there, keep the neck loose. Breathe deeply. Think about pulling the left knee towards the left shoulder. Suck the belly in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming onto your hands, coming upwards, and then walking round to the side again. So you're lengthways on the mat, hands underneath your shoulders. Lift up, look forwards, draw your belly in, pull up your legs. Take your arms up, form an X position. Lengthen the back, stretch those arms up, backs of palms towards each other, push back through the heels, suck in through the belly, pull up through the knees, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax your arms down. Take an inhale, as you exhale, release your head towards the ground. And just breathe there. You can take your hands back towards your heels if you wish. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the head up, walk the hands back under the shoulders, look forwards. And then turn around to face that left foot again. Both legs straight, walking your hands around. One either side of the foot, coming onto the ball of the right leg. Both legs are straight, right leg pushes back. Inhale. Exhale, bend into a lunge on the left leg. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Keeping the body up at the moment. Exhale. Bend the left leg. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And now lower the head to the left shin. Hold for 5, 4, drop your quads, 3, and knees, 2, and 1. Lift the head up, look forwards. Bend into the left knee. Hands either side of the foot. Step back into plank. Lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin on the ground. Roll over the toes. Inhale into an upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Walking your feet slightly forwards. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look to the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. Looking up, extending the spine, inhaling, exhaling, folding. Bend your knees, bottoms down, arms up into Utkatasana. The fierce posture. Straighten up. Hands through heart center. Hands by the side into Tadasana. And then stepping out to the right, feet about 2 shoulder widths apart. Roll the shoulders, loosen off Any tension. Turn the right foot to face the back of the mat. Swivel the hips. So you're facing your right foot. Take the arms up horizontally. Inhale, reach forwards with the right hand. Place the left hand on the sacrum. Exhale, drop that right hand down, and wherever it lands, keep it there. Align the body over that front leg. Suck your belly in. Draw that left hip down. And then start twisting from the lowest vertebra, so you start turning the chest towards the ceiling. When you're doing these twists, it's important that you try to engage everything that can be engaged. So if you just turn the neck, for example, you're not getting the exercise in the spine that you need, or the movement in the spine, and therefore after time the spine starts seizing up and becoming less flexible. Raising the left arm into the air, breathing for 5. Think about lengthening the body over that leg. Draw the left hip down, right hip backwards, right quad engaged, twisting from the navel, gazing up at the hand, and then exhaling. Left hand down, right hand up, both hands hips. Right foot in, left foot out. Swivel the hips, gaze towards the left foot. Roll the shoulders back and down. Both legs straight, arms up, palms down, inhale. Think about the integrity of the posture, leaning forwards, lengthening, exhaling, hinging. Right hand to sacrum, twisting all those vertebrae, twisting, gazing up over the shoulder, and right arm in the air. It does not matter if your hand is on your lower leg or your hand is on your shin. It is really unimportant. You do not have to get your hand down to the floor. It depends how flexible you are in the spine and the hips as to how far down you will go. The more you do it, the further you go. It happens by default. Over time, it should never be forced. Inhale, come up. Hands on hips, both feet in. Going to take the feet a little further apart. Roll the shoulders back and down, interlacing the hands behind the back, and rolling the shoulders down, just loosening off the neck. Push your outsides of the feet into the floor, buttocks engaged, belly drawn in. Take an inhale, keeping the back straight. Start bending from your buttock, hip, nice flat back. Come forwards, forwards, releasing the body down to the ground. Release the arms away from the back, hands up over the head. Inhaling and exhaling. With the inhale, engage the legs and suck the belly in and up. With the exhale, release the body, release the arms. Hold for 5. 4, keep breathing. For 3, for 2, and for 1, hands down, inhaling, coming all the way up. Hands on hips, heel toe, your feet slightly in. Heels, your feet now turn out at about 40-degree position. Hands in prayer. Going into goddess pose, inhale, exhale, lower the hips. Just lift the toes off the ground and pop them back down. Lift the heels off the ground, pop them back down, inhale, come up. Exhale, go down again, lowering the hips, this time heels off the ground. Inhale, straighten, keep the heels off the ground. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Heels down. And then heel toe your feet in a bit and sink down into a squat, making any adjustments that you need. Arms are on the insides of the shoulders. If you find it difficult getting your feet on the floor, two things you can do. One is put your feet further out, and the other is to have something to rest your heels on. It can be a book, it can be a block, but it just helps. Okay, if the heel is raised and you can rest it. So you can think about that. Otherwise, you can stay on the balls of the feet and just think about a downward release. So arms forward, so your shoulders are just about by your knees, more or less. Take the hands just slightly wider than your shoulders. And we're going to rock up onto the big toes. So you've got more weight in your hands. And then lift the bottom up a bit, so you've got more weight into your hands. And then take the bottom back down. So that's all I want you to do, particularly if you've got requests. I just want you to work with the bringing the weight forwards and taking the weight backwards. Bringing the weight forwards and taking the weight backwards. Now you'll notice when you come forward, your arm presses against your upper arm, or your knee presses into your upper arm. That's good. Now if you come forwards and you think you can go a bit further, you may want to take one toe off the ground, or you may want to try to take both toes off the ground and hold a crow position. It's entirely up to you. Don't force it. If your body feels like it, try it. Otherwise, stay rocking backwards and forwards, and then one day your feet will probably just leave the floor. And then coming back down to your squat. Bring your hands behind your back. Lower your bottom to the mat. Feet nice and flat. Hands about a foot behind you. Nice straight arms, shoulders push forwards. We're coming up to a tabletop. So suck the belly in. Inhale, lift the hips up. Push the shoulders forwards, relax the head back. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottom down. Hug the knees. Straighten the back. Balance on the buttocks. Draw the belly in. Reach the arms out. Take the knees to a 90-degree position, or the legs to a 90-degree position. Knees should be touching. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Hands behind you. Inhale, lift to tabletop. For 5, head back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottom down. Hug the knees. Get the balance. Roll the shoulders back and down. Belly in. Toes off floor. Arms out, legs up. Think about straightening the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap over, left leg straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, hands behind the back. Push up to tabletop, inhale. Exhale for 5, inhale, 4, 3, 2, and bottom down. Last one, belly in, hug those legs. Get the balance on the bottom. Arms out, legs up. Now, lower your lower back onto the floor, so the top of the pelvis and the coccyx is flat. Straighten the legs. Inhale, exhale, belly in. Hold for 5, reach forwards with your hands. For 4, keep looking at your toes. For 3, press your thighs together. For 4, think about drawing your legs down into your hips. For 2, for 1, bend the knees. Feet to the floor. Take an inhale. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind the back. Take one more inhale, exhale. Twisting, gazing over that left shoulder. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and exhaling, twisting a little more. Swapping over the other way, left hand, right knee, right hand behind the back, draw the belly in, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, coming forwards, both legs extended. Coming into a forward bend, I'll do this sideways. Hands by the sides, keep the back straight for as long as you can. So slowly, you direct the chest towards the toes. The more you can keep your back straight and the more you can direct your chest towards the toes, the more your glutes will start to loosen off, and then the further you will fold forwards over time. So, engaging all the muscles in the legs, flexing the toes, the feet, drawing up through the shins, the knees, the quads, sucking in the belly, pulling up the pelvic floor, lengthening the spine, arms on the mat, neck long as an extension of the spine. Chin tucked in, inhale, exhale, start walking the fingers forward, start bringing the chest forwards. Stop when you think you've got as far as you go. Exhale, think about going a little more. The hands forwards a little more. Inhale, push down on the backs of the legs. Exhale, come a bit more. Then when you've got as far as you can go, then you can think about releasing the head, releasing the back, and folding forward. You can hold onto your legs or your feet or your toes. Just breathing. Keep those abdominal muscles engaged though. And the breath is directed into the back of the body, into the lower back and the upper back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting the head up, inhaling, exhaling. Feet down on the floor. We're going to roll back now and come into, first of all, a bridge posture, and then a few other things. So we're nearly there now, so just rolling down, keep your chin tucked in as you roll down, so you're protecting your back as you unravel. Feet come up to your bottom, so you can just touch them with your heels. Push the shoulder blades down into the mat and underneath the back, so the arm is fully in contact with the floor, palms face down. Look straight upwards and then draw the belly in and lift the hips off the floor, peel the spine off the floor, push the chest towards the chin, interlace the fingers under the back, stretch the arms down, pushing the arms into the back, giving you a bit more leverage to lift up. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Draw the knees into the chest, hug the knees. Lengthen the legs, point the toes. Take your hands on the insides of the thighs, open the legs out as wide as they go. Push your heels away, point your toes towards your face. Take your hands into a prayer, straight up above your shoulders. Lower the prayer just above your groin. Suck the belly in. Lift your head up, look at your hands. And now, inhale. Go forwards, exhale, release backwards. Inhale, move forwards, exhale, backwards. Keep those feet flexed, legs straight, belly tight. Forwards, hold it, backwards. Working the core, forwards, backwards, one more, forwards, backwards. Bend the knees, hold the feet. Draw the knees down to the armpits. Big inhale into the belly, just lengthen the neck, roll on the spine. Hook your toes with your fingers, your index and your middle finger. Bring the legs together, straighten the legs as much as you can. They can be bent if they need to be bent. And then we're going to rock just on the back to begin with, pulling those feet or the legs over the head, with the hands, and then starting to rock into the pelvic area as well, and then eventually rocking forwards enough so that you can come up and balance on your bottom. If you can't balance on the bottom, just rock back and rock up until one day it will happen. When you've got there, see if you can just hold it briefly, or keep rocking for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then rock back. Bend the knees, hug the knees into the chest. Just roll gently sideways on the spine. Place the feet on the floor. Take the arms out to the sides. Twisting the hips, lower the knees to the ground. Keep the gaze, so knees go to one side, the gaze goes to the other side. Big breathe into the belly area. Releasing tension over the hips. Inhaling, legs up, and exhaling, legs down the other side, gaze over in the opposite direction. Loosening off tension in the hips. And then inhaling the legs up, and then coming into Shavasana, lengthening the legs out, feet about mat width apart, bringing the arms down about 45 degrees away from the body, lengthening the neck, closing the eyes, palms facing upwards, and just spending the last few moments resting the body. Giving all the muscles and the mind time to come back to their natural resting positions. Inhaling the healing prana, taking the focus to the feet. And exhaling, releasing all the tension from the feet. Inhaling the healing prana, bringing the focus to the legs. And exhaling, releasing all the tension from the legs. Inhaling the healing prana, bringing the focus to the hips, the tummy and the lower back. And exhaling, releasing all the tension from the hips, the tummy and the lower back. Inhaling the healing prana, taking the focus to the chest, the upper back and the shoulders. And with every exhale, releasing a bit more tension from the chest, the upper back and the shoulders. Inhaling the healing prana, taking the focus to the neck, head and face. And exhaling, releasing the tension from the neck, head and face. Inhaling the healing prana, focusing on the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. And exhaling, releasing all the tension from the arms, the wrists, the hands and the fingers. Inhaling the healing prana, focusing on the eyes, the mouth, the tongue and the jaw. And exhaling, releasing all the tension from the eyes. Let the lips part, let the tongue drop from the top of the mouth and release the jaw completely. Inhaling the healing prana, focus on the whole of the body, and exhaling, releasing all the tension from the whole of the body. Swasti prajabhyaha pariparayantam yadena margena mahim mahishaha Ko brahmanebhyaha shubhamastanitiyam lokaha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Starting to breathe deeper, breathing fresh prana into the lungs. With every inhale, breathing deeper. Nice strong breaths, filling the lungs, feeling that energy, flowing down the arms, legs, hands, wrists, fingers, ankles, feet and toes. Get some movement into the fingers, movement into your feet. Stretch, taking the arms up over the head, push the heels away. Lengthen the body, stretch the body. And exhale, arms down, knees into chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, hug yourself. And rock gently sideways on the spine. And then either rock backwards and forwards, come up to seated, or you can roll over onto your side and come back up to seated. Hands in prayer, eyes closed. We just finished the class with a sing-along. If you'd like to join in, please do. Otherwise, you can listen or hum it to yourselves. Inhaling to chant. And then taking the hands to the third eye, Namaste. Very good. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much for coming, everyone.